right, let's go to Fort Worth's Wilkerson Grinds Activity Center for Friday's game between Arlington Heights and O.D. Wyatt. Wyatt leads by 4 to begin the second quarter. That's when both teams get hot. This three-pointer by Jacob McCray for Arlington Heights answers a three by Wyatt. Then it's Wyatt at the other end of the floor, and it's Quamir McBean who takes it underneath, lays it up, and slick assist there from Nick Gunner, the 7-footer. More from Heights now as Gus Harvey drains another three from the top of the key off the kick out. For the Yellow Jackets, both teams combining to score on 6 consecutive possessions in the second quarter. Another three by Heights from Tarrance Johnson got the Jackets within 2 of catching the Chaps. But they would go cold after that. Wyatt would go on to then score the game's next 8 points. Miles Rigsby hits another 3-point shot for the Chaps, and that leads to a timeout called by Arlington Heights. After this, plenty of threes to go around. Caleb Holcomb, it was his turn as O.D. Wyatt would build a 10-point lead before halftime. And that would be the difference when this one ended up as well, as Wyatt beats Heights 60-50. Less than 3 weeks to go before all the district races are settled and the regular season comes to an end. District standings really taking shape now, and here to talk about how they're shaping up is Tarrance Johnson from Friday Night Glory. Terrence, obviously we've seen the ebbs and flows of this season over the course of the last month or so as we've gotten into these district races. What are some of the ones that are really catching your fancy right now as we get down to the nitty-gritty?
Well, we're going to go up north to Plano there, Mike. Glad to see you today here. The Plano Wildcats coming off a 53-48 win over Marcus with only 5 district games left in that district. Their only loss came to Louisville, so they'll face off on the east side and go see the Panthers of Plano. They beat Louisville 73-68. They have 5 games left as well in that district. The only loss, Mike, it came to Plano, so this will be a good rematch game for the Panthers to try to seek revenge over the Wildcats.
Meanwhile, another really interesting district is the district including Lancaster and 40. Red Oak's in there. I mean, this is a very deep district. Ennis is in there as well. But Lancaster and 40, a rematch coming up between those two, and it seems like that's really where this is going to get decided.
Yeah, for sure. Lancaster and Forney sitting 1 and 2 in that district. Lancaster coming off a big win over Red Oak, 70-42. They owed Red Oak that. They lost to Red Oak by a point. Forney's still in the mix too. They beat Ennis this past weekend, so the rematch will be in February the 7th. They have a rematch with Lancaster, who they lost to 70-66. So that'll be a good one to look at, Mike.
And finally, to wrap things up here, Terrence, signing day just in our rearview mirror now. Some big names starting to figure out what their future is going to look like, both in the senior class as well as in some of the underclassmen ranks.
Well, we got to go to Duncanville. The Panthers, big commit, Ron Holland going to Texas. The big 6'8" power forward will go down for the Longhorns to be the man down there. And I also want to speak on another guy out of LG Pinkston, Dink Pate. He's a 6'8" point guard. He comes out in 2024. It's not his signing year this year, but those two are kind of catching my eye for the draft. Not the draft, but the signing day, which will be Wednesday for high school.
It won't be long, Terrence. It will not be long until we're talking about both of those young men for the draft, because you're right, Dink Pate is a special, special talent. Tarrance Johnson from Friday Night Glory. Terrence, thanks so much. We appreciate the time.
Thanks, you too, Mike.
All right, Team of the Week is next. Stay with us.